Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Foxborough Sports Center in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of the 8th annual Travis Roy Jr. Beanpot Tournament Consolation Game. This third place battle for the bronze here in this Junior Beanpot tournament will take place between the Minutemen of Lexington High School and the Brookline High Warriors. Brookline just coming out onto the ice now. And once again, same as yesterday, I apologize for the bad Wi-Fi connection out here in Foxborough. Yeah, Wi-Fi is really struggling out here today. But as always, I've got a recorded version going that I will upload later tonight. Both of these teams lost their semifinal game yesterday in the first day of the Junior Beanpot. Brookline came up just short in a furious comeback attempt against Mayfield-Sheehan, losing 5-4 after almost coming back from a 4-0 deficit. Lexington also lost by just one score in a more low-scoring affair against Newton North, with the Tigers beating the Minutemen 2-1. Lexington coming into this game with a record of 5 wins and 5 losses. They were ranked 32nd in the MIAA Division I power rankings that came out Friday morning, so they don't take yesterday's games into account. Brookline enters today's game with a record of 4-8. They were ranked 37th in the power rankings, so Brookline trying to fight to get into the playoff picture. Lexington fighting to stay in that playoff picture, and both teams fighting for that third place honor here in the Junior Beanpot. Last year, these two teams faced off in the Junior Beanpot semifinals with a slightly different tournament schedule. Brookline beating Lexington in that game 4-2. For Lexington, the 2 goals came from Dorian Hugh and John Donaghy, who have since graduated. Brookline got half their goals from players who have since graduated as well, as Henry Ames and Noah Gurdon each had 1 goal and 1 assist in that game. But a couple returning scores for Brookline. Aton Kate actually led the Brookline offense in that game last year with 1 goal and 2 assists. Grady Ames had 1 goal, and Jaskin Godderin had an assist. All 3 of those players back for Brookline today as we get ready to get this one going. As you can see from the scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of the screen, we've got about 5 minutes left on the pregame clock, so let's not waste any time. Let's go through the rosters for our 2 teams coming into today. We'll start over here on our right with the Lexington High Minutemen. Going in order of jersey number for Lexington, first off we have a sophomore goalie, number 1, Tegan Tassinari. Next, a senior, number 2, Ian Robinson. A junior, number 3, Vasily Splagunius. A sophomore, number 4, Brady Kingsbury. A freshman, number 5, Arjun Bandari. A senior, number 7, Chris Shue. A senior captain, number 8, Adam O'Shaughnessy. A junior, number 9, Dylan Lane. A senior captain, number 10, Robert Samanchik. A sophomore, number 11, Ryan Janess. A junior, number 12, Colson Roy. A sophomore, number 14, Aiden Neal. A junior, number 15, Caleb Fem. A sophomore, number 16, Ben Laux. A sophomore, number 17, Aaron Yu. A junior, number 18, Carl Good. A junior, number 19, Ryan Lee. A senior, number 21, Alex Corbett. A junior, number 22, Pat Samanchik. A sophomore, number 24, Connor O'Leary. A sophomore, number 27, Hunter Shue. And a sophomore, number 35, Timmy Rinaldi. A sophomore goalie, number 35, Timmy Rinaldi. Head coach of the Lexington High boys hockey team is Mike Duran. Now, moving over to our left, let's take a look at the Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number, once again, first off, we have a sophomore, number 2, Zach Riviello. A sophomore, number 3, Ricky Ace. A freshman, number 4, Alejandro Marrero. A sophomore, number 5, Waylon Slavin. A junior, number 6, Greg Aptekman. A senior, number 7, Connor Erdman. A sophomore, number 8, Corey Toe. A senior, number 9, Max Guo. A senior, number 10, Jace Gungadarin. A sophomore, number 11, Oliver Melton. A sophomore, number 12, Teddy Sheridan. A senior captain, number 13, Grady Ames. A sophomore, number 14, Preston Bayless. A junior, number 15, Aton Kate. A sophomore, number 16, Morris May. A sophomore, number 17, Jamison Young. A senior captain, number 18, Thomas O'Brien. A senior, number 19, Ryan Wilson. A freshman, number 20, Ilmari Rauto. A junior, number 21, Owen Lacey. A junior, number 22, Vivon Suberwall. A senior, number 23, Dylan Katz. A freshman, number 24, Harrison Platt. A freshman, number 27, Milo Parks Cohen. A senior goalie, number 30, Jack O'Connor. A junior goalie, number 31, Craig Haas. And a freshman goalie, number 33, Evan Gerber. Head coach of the Brookline High boys hockey team is Mike Yanovich with assistant coach James Redding. We got about a minute to go before we get this one underway, so let's run that intro video. Brookline versus Lexington in the Junior Beanpot Consolation game. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and you are watching Brookline High Hockey. Erdman needs the blue. Charging in. Pass. Redirected in! Max Guo! It's a continuous effort as Brookline with a continuous effort to attack. Owen Lacey, breakaway, score! Tries to clear, blocked by O'Brien. Couple passes. Erdman, shot, score! Lacey skating with it. Lacey gets to Gungadarin. Gungadarin again! 4 goals for Jace Gungadarin! All right, we're about to get this one started. Soon the PA announcer will take over. We'll get starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening puck drop here in the first of 3 periods. All right, we got a comment left on the wrong video though from Marlene Lyons. Your turn, Brookline. Watching my favorite player, Dylan Katz, sending great thoughts from Michigan. Oops, very quick. We're going to Lexington's starting lineup. All right, those are our starting lineups and national anthem. And now with a fresh 15 minutes on the clock, we will soon have the opening puck drop here in the first period. Starting forward line for Brookline of Greg Aptekman, Jason Goddard, and Owen Lacey. Defensive pairing of Grady Ames and Dylan Katz, and Jack O'Connor taking the spot in net today after Craig Haas manned the spot between the pipes yesterday in the semis. Interesting to note that before yesterday, this combination would have featured Ames as the center between Lacey and Gagarin, but yesterday they moved Ames and Eitan Kate from forward to defense, and it ended up having a really big impact and really catalyzed Brookline's comeback attempt against Bishop-Sheehan. So they are sticking with that position change, although moving Ames and Kate into separate defensive pairings now. We'll see how that works out, as here comes the opening puck drop between Greg Aptekman and Dylan Lane, and Brookline corrals it and pushes it into the Lexington end as we are underway. Around the boards, a long shot sails wide off the stick of Grady Ames. It slides all the way around to the neutral zone, where it's picked up by Dylan Katz, slides it across to Ames, who dumps it into the Lexington end. Tapped aside by Timmy Rinaldi, the starting goalie for Lexington. Several deflections on the far side. Corralled by Brookline, but that pass misses. No target there. Intercepted by number 10, Robert Samanchik. Pass up for Lane. Lane kind of whiffed on the pass there, and so that brought the advance to a brief halt. Now Lane dumps it in, chased down by Katz. Katz weaving around, pass it out, lifted high, but blocked at the blue line by, I want to say, number 18, I think, Carl Good. Now a pass up to Owen Lacey, who sends it off the boards for Greg Aptekman. Aptekman dumps it in as Brookline commits to a line change, but Aptekman was just behind the mid-ice line, and so that will be icing. As Brookline changes lines, one thing that's nice to see is the return of senior captain and defenseman number 18, Thomas O'Brien, who missed some time due to a shoulder injury. He has been cleared to return today after missing the semifinals yesterday. O'Brien immediately battling for the puck along the boards, gets slammed in there as Lexington takes the puck back. They move it along behind the net. Chasing after it was Corey Toe, but now recovered by Aton Kate. Attempted clear is blocked. Pushed forward, deflected high in the air, batted away by O'Brien. Brookline trying to clear it up, and it does slide along to the neutral zone, but it's whipped back by number 4, Brady Kingsbury, Pass across from O'Brien to Kate. Kate skating through himself, dumps it in, blocked by Rinaldi, who's just going to cover it up, and we'll have a face-off in the Lexington end. Brookline switches back to their first set of lines. That Aptekman, Gengadarin, Lacey line accounted for 3 of Brookline's 4 goals yesterday, with Lacey scoring 2 and Gengadarin scoring 1, with Lacey and Gengadarin each providing an assist to one another, while Lacey's other goal was unassisted after a neutral zone interception. Face-off, corralled by Lexington, a battle behind the net. Lacey trying to slide it along to Gengadarin. Gengadarin sends it back to the slot, misses, but it's recovered. Katz tried a shot. It goes right in front of the slot. Katz's stick snapped in half on that one. No wonder that shot didn't go anywhere. Lexington clears it out as Ames corrals it, sends it off the boards. Gengadarin trying to apply the forecheck, but the pass does get away to number 17, Aaron Yu. Slid out to the neutral zone, corralled by Katz over to Ames. Tapped off the stick of Lacey to Gengadarin. Gengadarin whiffs on that shot there. Might have been disrupted by number 11, Ryan Janess. Now Lexington controlling it. Number 23, who is not on the roster I found on Mass HS Hockey, skating through with it. Katz takes it away and sends it over the glass. And so we'll have a dead puck face-off in the Brookline end. Brookline had the real first scary chance as Katz had a bit of an open look there after that pass through the slot, slid right back to him, but his stick just exploded on that attempted shot. Unlucky for Brookline. Face-off won by Lexington. Inserting shot blocked by the leg of Max Guo, and then a pass to the middle was blocked. Too much traffic. Now cleared out by Brookline, but that clear is going to go too far, and they say no deflection, as number 16, Ben Laux, lifted his stick just in time. If he had touched that one, if that had even grazed his stick, it wouldn't have been icing. But the officials say it didn't touch him. Face-off won again by the Minutemen, but it's lost behind the blue line there. Number 12, Colson Roy, does slide it across, and they get it into the Brookline end. Aton Kate lost his footing on a bit of a divot there in the ice. Brookline trying to work the clear, but it's kept in by Roy. Sent down to the corner. Aton Kate trying to clear, bouncing along, blocked by Roy once again. Long insert, blocked by the Brookline defense, but now it's right in front of the net, and it's covered up by the legs of Jack O'Connor as number 9, Dylan Lane, Dylan Lane was trying to jam that one in. It's staying in the Brookline end for a chunk of time here. Face-off again, won by the Minutemen. Long shot misses wide of the net off the stick of number 5, Arjun Bandari. And actually it ricocheted off the backboards and up on top of the net on the outside of it, and so that'll be a dead puck and another face-off in the Brookline end. Face-off goes to the far side boards, wrapped around the back a little too far. And now up against the board, several players battling for it. Knocked loose by Aptekman, corralled by Ames. Wraps it around to Gengadarin. Gengadarin lifts a pass, kicked to the neutral zone by Aptekman. Aptekman trying to chase after it. And the attempted clear there by number 27, Hunter Zhu. Now a battle along the boards. Goes back to Gengadarin. Gengadarin's shot blocked by number 19, Ryan Lee. Now Lee skating with it through the neutral zone, gains the blue, slides a pass, does get to a teammate, shot saved by O'Connor. Lee had a golden opportunity for a putback shot there, but couldn't get his stick on it after the initial shot from Carl Good was stopped by O'Connor. Through the neutral zone they battle now. Puck lost to the near side, pushed along there by Corey Toe. And I think they called icing there. They're going to say that puck was just behind that center line once again. Lexington really controlling the possession game and getting some scary chances here in the first period. Brookline's got to do a better job of getting that puck in the other end, and it's got to start with the face-offs because Lexington has been winning the majority of those face-offs to keep control here in the Brookline end. But Brookline wins this face-off as Kate wraps it around the other side, disrupted, taken away from Erdman. Wrapped around the back once again, giving chase. It's sent by Brookline up to the neutral zone. Chased down by number 3, Vasily Splagunius. Tries a pass, but it's poked away by Erdman. Erdman's pass misses. Knocked away by number 11, Janess. Now Brookline keeps it on the attack, wraps it around the back. Lexington sends it back around the other way, but Erdman corrals it, sends it back around, chased down by 23. 23, pass up the line to Yu, to number 17, Aaron Yu, but his pass misses, taken away by Erdman. Erdman skating around the back, pass misses, goal in the slot. A long shot from O'Brien was blocked, and now it's a long clear from number 24, Connor O'Leary, that's going to go for icing. So Brookline able to generate some pressure there with that shift, and give a lot of credit to Connor Erdman especially on that shift there, as he was chasing down loose pucks all over that left side of the ice to keep Lexington from being able to corral it and clear it properly. Off the face-off, a scrum for the puck. It's knocked loose and corralled by Lexington's number 10, Robert Semanchik. Semanchik gains the blue now. Pass disrupted there. I think it went off the stick of Ames. Into the boards they go. A couple players slide hard as both lost their footing, but they both seem to be okay, thank goodness. Shot goes wide off the stick of Laux. Brookline trying to clear. Gengadarin couldn't get much on it, and Laux blocks the clear. Gengadarin still battling along the boards for it. Several players battling. Knocked loose. A shot blocked. Big block by Dylan Katz there, but it's recovered lane right in front of the net. Missed it off the post. Oh, my goodness. Point blank range. Nothing between him and the goalie, and he just missed it wide. Rebound now corralled by Gengadarin. Dumps it back. Gaining the blue is Tekman. Almost weaved around the defense. Almost got around Laux, but not quite. Lost the puck. Back in the neutral zone. Katz with it now. Approaching. Trying to get around Laux. Corrals the puck in the corner. Wraps it around the back for Gengadarin. Gengadarin slides it across. Broken up. Intended for Lacey. Now Lexington taking it the other way. Skating with it is Pat Semanchik, number 22. Weaving around. Looking for reinforcements as Lexington commits to a full change. Lost the puck. Taken by Gengadarin. Lifts it out to the neutral zone. Taken now by Kingsbury. Kingsbury wraps it around the back of the Brookline end. Parked by O'Connor. Now sent around by O'Brien. Blocked by Bundari. Bundari tries a shot, deflects up in the air and over the net. Chased down by O'Brien. Sends it forward. Finds a man. But that pass from Erdman was blocked, but Erdman recovers it himself. Now sending it through to Guo. Guo's got a rush. Shot. Saved. Point back. Score! Connor Erdman, the first on the scoreboard today on the putback shot. Great work, Erdman getting it started, sent it off the boards. Great trust between him and Guo to connect on that long pass. Guo didn't have much angle on that shot, but not enough urgency from the Lexington defense chasing after that rebound as Erdman comes in to put in that putback shot for Brookline's first goal. Connor Erdman off the assist from Max Guo for the first goal of the game, as that's going to be an offsides call against Lexington, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Out of the face-off, it's tangled up. Corey Toe trying to push it through. Still trying to muscle it through. Now Erdman dumps it briefly into the Lexington end and applying the forecheck. Toe, pass, Guo, shot saved! What a save by Timmy Rinaldi as Guo had a great chance there. More great movement from the Erdman-Toe-Guo line there as they're trying another rush, but Guo blocked just before gaining the blue by number 23. Toe giving more chase in the neutral zone for the puck. Him and Guo applying pressure, but it's recovered now by Jeunesse. Jeunesse pass to the outside. Shot was blocked by Ames. Recovered at the blue line by Splagunius. Now Ames chases it down, sends it along the boards, trying to clear it. Splagunius stops it. Splagunius sends it through. Oh my gosh, almost an open one-timer, as that was a golden chance for Aaron Yu. Now the puck lifted over the glass again. We'll have another face-off in the Brookline end, but boy, Brookline has gotten some lucky bounces, or perhaps you could say Lexington's had some unlucky bounces here in the first period. Now the face-off, and along the boards, Eitan Kate trying to clear it. It's blocked briefly by Laux, but now Gengadarin muscles it through. Lacey takes it in the neutral zone and lifts it high into the Lexington end. Chasing after it, an attempted clear. Pat Samanchik touches it across to Dylan Lane, but Dylan Lane has his pocket picked by Thomas O'Brien, but Samanchik gets his stick on the puck again and dumps it into the Brookline end. Along the boards, they battle for it. Samanchik sends it back. Long shot from Laux, chopped down, but wide of the net. Now O'Brien wraps it around the boards, controlled by Pat Samanchik. Sends it down to the corner. And it's Robert Samanchik battling. Several players in the corner battling for it. Brookline knocks it loose. Owen Lacey sends it back for O'Brien. O'Brien around the boards. Eptekman now trying, but blocked by the skate of Dylan Lane. Gets it to Pat Samanchik. Samanchik in the corner, slides it back, a one-timer blocked, open chance again, but they couldn't get the shot off as O'Connor covers it up, as O'Brien flattened a Lexington forward there. It was Dylan Lane who almost had an open look to poke that one in, and O'Brien said, "Not on my watch." Going into full-on bodyguard mode. Still a 1-0 Brookline lead, and Brookline is very lucky to have the lead with how many close shaves they've had here in the first period. Off the face-off, it's corralled by Ames, wrapped around the boards. Bouncing along, Erdman corrals it, pass forward to Guo. Guo gains the blue, but lost his footing, and it's cleared out by Lexington. Now in the neutral zone, it's taken back by Toe. Pass up, knocked away by Bundari. Sent forward by Lexington. Skating with it now is Kingsbury. Kingsbury pass just barely misses Ryan Lee. Lee slides it back. A long shot attempted, knocked down by Kingsbury. Just past the net, couldn't get a shot off. Skating around the back, disrupted by Katz. Now several players battling along the boards. Coming out with it is Lee. Coming around the back. Surveying his options, slides along the back to Kingsbury. Kingsbury tries to send one to the slot, blocked by Ames. Recovered by Toe. Toe sends it off the boards into the neutral area. Taken by Hunter Shue. Shue sends it out to the neutral zone. Misses Lee. Corralled by Kate. Kate sends it along the boards. Battling for it was Toe, but it's corralled by Bundari. Sent back to Shue. Sent up to the neutral zone. Brookline takes it back. Now back and forth through the neutral zone it goes. Corralled by Good, I think. Long shot saved by O'Connor. Good corrals it in the corner, but now knocked away by the Brookline defense. Lacey trying to chase after it. Lacey somehow gets a pass through the neutral zone. Intercepted by 23, but muscled back by Eptekman. Eptekman on a rush now. Lifts a high pass. Goes to the far side boards. Lacey taps it along. An attempted clear now by Lexington, blocked by O'Brien, but couldn't get enough on it as it's taken back. Now Jeunesse skating with it. Dumps it into the Brookline end. Giving chase. Sends it along the back for Yu. Yu in the corner. Looking around. Pass back. Finds an open man. Shot off the post after it was redirected by O'Connor. And another long shot blocked by the Brookline defense. Oh, that was a juicy chance for number 24, Connor O'Leary, as you could hear the clang up here. Around the boards it goes. O'Brien pass deflected along by Lacey into the neutral zone. Chased down by Lexington. Long pass up finds Yu from Splagunius. Yu tries to send up to Jeunesse, but disrupted. Knocks back now. Gengadarin with a rush. Gengadarin shot saved by Rinaldi. No shortage of excitement here in period number 1 of this junior Beanpot third place game between Brookline and Lexington. Brookline with the 1-0 lead off the goal from Connor Erdman, assisted by Max Guo, with 4:08 left to go here in the period. Face off, won by Lexington. Sent around the boards, intercepted by Erdman. Sends it around the back. Guo sends it to toe. Shot was turned aside by Rinaldi. The attempted clear blocked just over the blue line as Ames had to just dump it back in. Now corralled by Laux. Laux pushes it into the Brookline end, but couldn't keep control of it. Katz moving it along behind the net, but lost it. Taken back. Pass up to Lane. Lane couldn't get a clean angle. Now sent back around the back of the net. Taken back by Katz. Katz whiffed on his clear attempt there. Battling for it was Robert Samanchik. Couple players fighting for it in the corner. Knocked loose, finally corralled by Erdman as he takes it around behind the net. Now lifts one high. That's going to slide along. Giving chase is Corey Toe, but it's going to be corralled. Now an outlet pass intercepted by Brookline. Shot goes high and wide off the stick of Erdman. Chasing after it is Aton Kate trying to take it away from Laux. Laux battling, and Erdman now knocks it loose behind the net. Erdman in the corner, slides a pass back, finds O'Brien. O'Brien tried to slide it across, but misses Kate. Knocked loose, kept on the attack by Aptekman. Aptekman sends it around the back. Recovered now by number 12, Colson Roy. After a deflection, it's taken now by Pat Samanchik. Lifts it high to the neutral zone, corralled by O'Brien. Slid across to Kate. Kate long pass, touched along by Lacey, no icing. And it's going to be covered up by Rinaldi, and we'll have another Lexington end face-off. .2:42 to go here in the first. Face-off goes to the backboards in the Lexington end. Now battling along the near side boards. And Ryan Lee trying to get out with it. Does get across the blue line, but it's taken back by Grady Ames. Ames approaching, cuts back. Shot saved by Rinaldi. Juicy rebound chance, but it's cleared out by Brady Kingsbury. Kept in the attack end by Brookline. A long shot whipped by Gongadar and saved by Rinaldi. And now Greg Aptekman off the pass from Owen Lacey. And Brookline leads by 2. Brookline excelling on the rebound chances. Gongadar whipped that shot. Great hustle by Lacey and a great find. As you could see him looking over his shoulder to get that backhand pass from the backboards as Aptekman, hovering right in front of the net, was right there to knock it in. Greg Aptekman from Owen Lacey and Jace Gongadar makes it a 2-0 lead for Brookline. .2:17 now on the clock. Off the face-off, Toe passes it back to Katz. Katz sends it off the boards, and that's going to be flipped over into the penalty box and out of play. It'll be a neutral zone face-off. Boy, so one goal from each of Brookline's 2 primary forward lines so far today. We saw Erdman scoring for the second line, and now Aptekman scoring for the first line. Off the face-off, it goes back, battling for it through the neutral zone. No one's got clean control now. Guo takes it, pass back to Katz. Katz dumps it into the Lexington end, but it's corralled by Splagunius, trying to clear, but it's blocked by Brookline. A long shot saved, and Guo almost chopped it out of the air, but just missed it on what would have been another putback score. Now trying to clear it is O'Leary, gets it out to the neutral zone where it's immediately corralled by Ames, dumps it in to the Lexington end. It's taken by 23. 23. Pass up for Yu. Yu sends it across to Jeunesse. Jeunesse up to O'Leary. O'Leary across the blue line. Couldn't keep control of the puck, but chased it down. Pass back. Yu, open look. Shot saved by O'Connor. Lots of traffic in front of the net, but O'Connor had the good angle there for the body save. And give some credit to Jack O'Connor. Yes, Lexington has had some unlucky bounces, but Jack O'Connor has made some nice saves, and the Brookline defensemen have made some nice physical plays in front of the net to prevent potential putback shots. As a long, slow shot from Roy is going to be saved by the glove of O'Connor there.
Brookline goal scored by number 6, Greg Apteckerman.
Off the face-off. It's corralled by Aptekman. Aptekman racing through the neutral zone, gains the blue, looking, pass across, Gungarin! Oh, couldn't get enough on the shot, might have been slightly blocked. Almost had an open look there after a great long pass from Aptekman. Brookline staying on the attack, and Gungarin pass from behind the net. Aptekman battling for it along the boards, taps it into the corner, but it's corralled by Lexington. Pass goes up to Dylan Lane, but that pass blocked, corralled by Gungarin. Gungarin looking, tries to send a pass through, intercepted, pass up for Lane. Lane trying to break through, but is cut off by Eitan Kate. Kate lifts it off the boards, and it goes over the benches before curving back in, so that's going to be considered out of play, dead puck, and it'll be a face-off here with 34.2 seconds left in the first period. Off the face-off, long shot by Lexington, blocked by the skates of Grady Ames, who sends it off the boards too far, icing. We got some more notes in the comment section from Marlene Lyons. Marlene, I think you're commenting on the Bishop Fian stream from yesterday is what's happening. But nice one, Brookline. Let's keep going. I assume referring to one of the goals Brookline has scored so far. Brookline lifts this one out to the neutral zone. Attempted clear blocked by Guo, but he can't keep that advance going as he had to retreat back to prevent an offsides. Now Lexington trying to clear it out. Lost control of it in the neutral zone, but chased in by Kingsbury. Intercepted now by Ames. He was trying to dump that one in. Lifts it down, corralled by Bundari. Bundari lifts it high into the neutral zone. And the final horn sounds for the end of the first period. Our score at the end of one, Brookline certainly much happier going into this first intermission than they were yesterday. Our score at the end of one, Brookline 2, Lexington 0. Brookline's first goal scored by Connor Erdman off the assist from Max Guo. The second goal scored by Greg Aptekman, assisted by Owen Lacey and Jace Gungarin. As both forward lines get a chance to add to the magic here in the first period as we take a quick look at the replay of Brookline's second goal. Again, great pass from behind the net by Owen Lacey to find Aptekman in front of the net. As we go into this first intermission, oops, I think I forgot to add the links to the donating. I'm gonna add those now in the description section, so be on the lookout for those in a couple minutes. You might have to refresh the page. That's my mistake. I was a little shoddy on that one, but there is a link. You can, at the very least, find it on the link of yesterday's broadcast. That is a link where you can donate to the Junior Beanpot fundraiser, which helps to support the Travis Roy Foundation, which works to support... Oh no, I did have it on here. Oops, I did have it on there. I thought for some reason I forgot that. This has been a very clumsy charity read here, but you can find in the description section a link where you can donate to the Junior Beanpot fundraiser for the Travis Roy Foundation, which helps support paraplegics who have suffered from spinal cord injuries in honor of the late great Travis Roy, former BU hockey player who suffered a tragic spinal cord injury during his the first shift of his college hockey career became a paraplegic himself, but didn't let that stop him from living a full life, advocating for better research into treatments of spinal cord injuries, as well as advocating for better quality of life measures to support those living with paralysis as a result of spinal cord injuries. The work he did in his life cannot be understated, and the battle continues on to support those people struggling with those physical limitations. So be sure to donate at the link there. You can also find a link to the Travis Roy Foundation's own website where you can find out more about all the good work that they do. Once again, check that out in the description section down below. But for now, at first intermission, Brookline 2, Lexington 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here at the Foxborough Sports Center in Foxborough, Massachusetts. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic, but I'll be back with the second period of this game. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Foxborough Sports Center in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of the second period of this Travis Roy Jr. Beanpot Tournament third place game between the Brookline High Warriors and the Lexington High Minutemen. Brookline, the home team on the scoreboard today, leading 2-0 after one period of play. And we got our first note in the live chat from Peter and Diane Berry saying, "Good start, Warriors. Keep it going," from Oliver's Grandma B in Florida. Thanks so much for tuning in, Grandma B. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game. Apologies again for the choppy video. I'm glad the commentary comes through, but be on the lookout for the fully recorded version of this broadcast, which will go up later tonight. Brookline taking the lead in the first period off one goal each from Connor Erdman and Greg Eptekman. Both forward lines putting pucks in the back of the net in that first period. We'll see what they can do here in the second. A fresh 15 minutes on the clock here as we get the second period underway. Off the face-off, it's a battle through the neutral zone. Dylan Lane was trying to force it through for Lexington, but it's knocked back. And now after a collision in the neutral zone, it's taken away by Jace Gungodarin. Gungodarin trying to weave around, but couldn't get around number 23. Battling for it. Caught up in the skates. Gungodarin comes away with it, or does he? Still battling as he tried to knock it to Lacey, but it's knocked away by number 23. Long clearing pass by Lexington misses its intended target and goes too far for an icing. So the difference so far has really been which team is able to assert their presence in front of the net for the offensive rebound opportunities. As off the face-off goes to the backboards, controlled by Erdman. Erdman trying to jam one in, and he does! Connor Erdman muscles it through for his second goal of the day. I got to see that one again because it looked at first like Timmy Rinaldi had walled him off. You can see Erdman deciding to just try and sneak one in the corner, and it looks like he got his own rebound after the first shot was stopped by Rinaldi, and he just backhanded it into the low corner there as Brookline now leads 3-0. So that's a goal by Erdman, his second of the day. Maybe you can give an assist to Max Guo on the face-off, but I'm not sure. Now out of this face-off, Brookline takes it into the attack end. Corey Toews pass deflected high up in the air. Batted down by the Lexington defense. They send it around the boards, but Brookline still fighting to keep control of it in the attack end. But it's kicked forward by Brady Kingsbury. Gets it to Carl Good. Good rushing up with it. Shot missed wide. Might have been a blocker save by Jack O'Connor. Kept in the attack end by Ben Laux. Now a shot was blocked wide. Eitan Kate corrals it, whiffs on his first attempt to send it around the boards, now sends it around, deflects through the neutral zone. Erdman off and skating with it. Erdman approaching, pass, shot, score! This time it's Max Guo from Erdman. Brookline's second forward line going crazy to start this second period. 2 goals in the first minute and a half. The Lexington defenseman just unable to corral it in the neutral zone. Erdman went on a rush. Great pass through to Guo, who knocks it in. And what a combination Erdman and Guo have been so far today. 4-0, and oh my gosh! I can't even finish talking about the last goal as Jace Goddard just scored another one. What is this madness? Jace Goddard from downtown makes it a 5-0 lead for Brookline. 3 goals in the first minute and 36 seconds. Just whipped the shot, sent it into the high left side corner. That's not even one of those shots that you're going thinking it's going to score, but just that it's going to put pressure on. And Goddard just made it work. 5-0 Brookline. Lexington now finally going on the attack here in the second period as that shot deflects high and over the bar. Into the corner. Now wrestled free by Owen Lacey. Lifts one up for Goddard. Goddard across the blue line. Weaving around. Goddard approaching. Goddard stopped by Rinaldi. If they'd scored another goal, I would have lost my mind. The first minutes of this period are absolutely breaking my brain so far, folks. Around the boards, Lexington trying to clear. O'Leary does get it out to the neutral zone as a battle through the neutral zone does knock it back, but it's taken by Pat Semanchik. Long pass finds O'Leary. O'Leary pushes it forward, but way out in front of him. So Aptekman passes it off the boards to Ames. Ames sends it forward, but it's blocked, corralled by Lane. Lane misses his pass, taken by Aptekman, sent back to the neutral zone. Lane mishandles it, but wrestles for it to get it back. Now gains the blue as he dumps it into the Brookline end. Chased down by Katz. Katz weaving around with it. Long pass up just out of reach, intended for Corey Toe as it's taken away by 23. 23's pass misses, taken by Ames in the Brookline end. Ames long pass misses Guo, and that'll be icing. Whew. Okay, now I'm going to take a breath. Boy, the first few minutes of this period have been absolutely wild. Brookline, 3 goals scored in the first minute and 36 seconds. 1 each from Connor Erdman, Max Guo, and Jace Goddard to make it a 5-0 Warriors advantage. Face off. Corralled. Aton Kate sends it through to the neutral zone. Pushing it forward is Guo once again. Guo racing in. Gets tangled up, but Erdman wrestles the puck free. Tries a pass blocked by a skate. Erdman recovers it again. Slides it to the corner to Guo, who tries to tap it back for Erdman. Erdman lost the puck briefly, but still fighting for it. Recovered now by Morris May, who's into the game for the first time. Knocked away from him. Back to Kate. Kate long shot. Saved by Rinaldi. Juicy rebound chance. Brookline couldn't corral it. Too much traffic. Now skating out with it, Lexington's number 23 gets it to the neutral zone, but it's dumped back into the Lexington end by Kate, but he dumps it in from behind the center ice line, and that'll be icing. And the PA announcer said that last goal by Goddard was assisted by Ames. That's something I'll check on the tape when I go back later tonight. As Lexington pushes that one back into the Brookline end after Brookline cleared it out initially. Dylan Katz with the puck behind the net, spinning away from a defender. Now passes near side to May. May taps it through to the neutral zone to Ricky Ace. Pass back to May. May gets it across the blue line. May rushing in, knocked away by Ryan Lee, battling in the corner for it. Knocked loose, and Lee gets a pass forward to, I think, Good. Good gets it up to Kingsbury. Kingsbury walled off by Ames, chased down by Alejandro Marrero, who absorbs the hit and sends Good flying, as it's now kept in the attack end by Bundari. And an attempted pass to the slot, blocked by the Brookline defense. Clear attempt. Blocked by Good. Good battling along the boards. Still battling for it. Ames comes out with it. Now Ames skating with it himself. Gaining the blue. Trying to bowl over Laux, but he held him up just enough for Bundari to clear that one out. No icing as the puck taken now by O'Brien. O'Brien, long home run pass, finds his target. Racing in is Gungarin in the corner. He's got the puck, tries a pass, it's blocked. Off the boards, the attempted clear stop by O'Brien. His shot blocked off the skate of Jeunesse. Jeunesse chases it down, sends it around the boards to Yu. Yu skating around behind the net. Pass to O'Leary. O'Leary sends it up, skips away from Jeunesse, taken by Kate. Kate sends it across the blue line into the Lexington end. Chased down by Shu. Now a battle along the boards. Coming out with it, Aptekman. Aptekman skating around, shot just wide. Couldn't get enough on it as he was contested there by the defense. Now pass back and forth, gets to Lacey. Lacey whips it into the corner. Around the boards it goes. Aptekman tried a shot, saved by Rinaldi. O'Leary skating with it. Long pass, might have gone off the stick of Yu, but it's going to be covered up either way by O'Connor. Face off in the Lexington end. 9 minutes left on the clock here in the second period. Brookline with a 5-0 lead, but of course they know from just yesterday, you can't let up no matter what the lead in hockey, because scores can happen just that fast and turn things around. In the neutral zone, Lexington gets it into the Brookline end. Chasing after it is number 20, Ilmari Rauto. Now sending it around the boards, battling for it, pushed forward by Max Guo. Guo giving chase, but getting there first is Splagunius. Splagunius chased by Guo and Erdman. Knocked loose, but Splagunius recovers it. Sends it off the boards to Pat Semanchik. Semanchik lifts it over the glass and out of play. So we'll have a dead puck face-off here with 8:27 on the clock. Brookline, after mostly focusing on their first two lines on offense and defense, they're getting some more playing time to some of their other units. The Ricky Ace, Alejandro Marrero, and Morris May forward line saw some time. Ilmari Rauto now getting some extensive time on defense. Off the face-off, that's going to be a trip against Brookline as Pat Semanchik's leg was taken out from under him. And so we'll have the very first power play of the day. It's been a pretty clean game so far, despite a lot of physicality in front of the net on both sides. Owen Lacey called for the tripping penalty. He'll serve a 2-minute minor here with 8:23 on the clock in the second period. So first power play of the day goes to Lexington. They work it back to Laux off the face-off. Laux passes forward to, I think, Good. Pass back to Laux, back forward to, actually that's still in Lane. Back to Laux, back up to Lane. Lane trying to weave around, but it's stolen. Taken away at the point by Eitan Kate. Kate skating the other way on the shorthand. Kate, a shot saved by Rinaldi. Oh, no! Kate went sliding head first into the backboards. Oh, he didn't turn his body in time. Okay, he's getting up. Okay. I don't know about you folks, because I'm not sure how well you could see that with the choppy video, but I am breathing a sigh of relief. That was a scary one. It wasn't like any dirty hit or anything. Kate just took a contested shot, and his forward momentum just carried him as he lost his balance, and he just slid head first. One of those where it's like the neck snaps back and you get really, really worried, but he got up all on his own. He appears to be okay. Again, when you're playing in a tournament in honor of someone who suffered a spinal cord injury because of hockey, any play like that is going to give you a heart attack. I was so busy breathing a sigh of relief over that, I didn't even, have a chance to comment on that close chance for Lexington. They almost scored, but again, couldn't get the stick on it right in front of the net. As now they're trying to skate up with it. A minute still left on the penalty, because remember, Lexington is on the power play. Jeunesse skating up with it, coming around the back. Surveying his options. Long pass back to the point to 23. Slides it over to O'Leary. Shot blocked down. Might have been turned aside by O'Connor. Knocked back to 23 at the point. 23, pass up to O'Leary. Shot blocked by O'Brien. Now another shot blocked by O'Connor as Good tried to whip one in. Off deflections, another shot blocker saved by O'Connor, and Good just whiffed on the potential putback. Or no, not Good, O'Shaughnessy. Why did I think that was Good? I was so lost on that. I'm so sorry. Cleared out now by Brookline. I mixed up 18 and 8 on the roster, and so I might have missaid a number of names so far early. My apologies, folks. Into the neutral zone we go. O'Leary a long pass, misses Janess, and that's going to go for icing. And so we'll have a face-off in the Lexington end with just 4 seconds left on the penalty against Lacey. And if he hadn't rushed that pass a little bit, they might have at least had the puck in the Brookline end. As it looks like Brookline will be able to kill this penalty. Off the face-off, it's sent around the back. Max Guo keeping it in the Brookline end as the penalty ends. Back at 5-on-5, even strength. The attempted clear, blocked temporarily by Rauto, but recovered by Pat Semanchik. Pass through the neutral zone is ultimately pushed forward by Semanchik. Katz corrals it in the Brookline end behind the net, but it's taken back. Semanchik, point-blank shot saved twice by Jack O'Connor, who has been tested a few times at very close range by this Minutemen squad and has yet to let anything past him. He's having a strong game in net so far today. Face off, pass back to the blue line. They lost control of it. Corey Toe sends one up for Erdman. Erdman chasing it down in the corner. Erdman tries to pass back, nobody in the slot, but in comes Ilmari Rauto. Couldn't fight through the defense, but the loose puck recovered by Erdman, keeping it on the attack. Erdman around the corner on the left side, coming around the back, looking. Pass back misses. Guo corralled by Rauto in the neutral zone. Rauto spinning off a defender, trying to weave around, lost the puck, but it's recovered by Toe. Toe dumps it into the Lexington end. Taken around the back by Zhu, but then taken back by Toe. Toe pass back. Guo keeps it on the attack, gets it to Toe. Loose puck corralled by Erdman, but I think they're going to call Toe for catching that one a little too much. And so they're going to blow the puck dead on that one, and I think it's going to go, yes, it's going to be a face-off in the Brookline end, as I think what happened was Toe caught that one underhanded because it landed right in his chest. And you can't do that. You gotta have an overhand bat with your hand. Face off, loose puck scrummed for, corralled by Lee, pass forward to I think Lane, sends it around the back, looking for a shot, saved by O'Connor, battle in front of the net for the puck, and it's cleared away by Brookline. Swooping in for the loose puck is Kate. Kate off to the races, got Uptekman on his left, pass, Uptekman couldn't get the shot off, it goes wide. Keeping it on the attack, Kate appears to have switched back to the forward position here. Oliver Melton now a pass back, shot by Kate, saved by Rinaldi as Kate gets a little close to the goalie, and the Lexington players pushing and shoving after the play as a result. Aton Kate again gets back up. He's been absorbing so many blows today. And they're going to send a couple players to the penalty box here, it looks like. Brady Kingsbury going to the box for Lexington, and Aton Kate going to the box for Brookline. My guess is this is basically going to be like a fighting penalty. We're going to stay 5-on-5, but both players are going to be out for the next 5 minutes is what's going to happen. It's basically offsetting penalties, but I'm pretty sure it's going to remain 5-on-5. Whoa. Some more pushing and shoving in the interim between Jace Gungodarin and Adam O'Shaughnessy. And They're going to send Goddard and O'Shaughnessy to the box now. This game has been very silly. In the middle of assessing a two-way penalty, another two-way penalty gets called because the players are still chirping at each other during, you know, like it's not even a live play. Just in between plays while they're busy assessing the first penalties, and we get more penalties called. This game has been very silly. So it's going to be a face-off in the Lexington end after the puck was covered up on the Brookline shot. Two players from each side serving 5-minute penalties. Grady Ames had a point-blank shot. It was saved by Rinaldi, and we got a whistle as the goal came off its post. So what's going to happen is Kingsbury, O'Shaughnessy, Gungarin, and Kate, I think, are all going to be gone for 5 minutes. But it's going to stay 5-on-5 action while they serve those penalties. Wild times here in Foxborough. As we'll have another face-off in the Lexington end after the goal went off its post there. Face-off. Wrapped around the boards by Lexington. O'Leary trying to send it forward, but it's taken away by Lacey. Lacey has it stolen near the blue line, but still battling for it, but O'Leary does get it out to the neutral zone. Yu recovers the loose puck against the boards. Pass back to Laux, up to O'Leary. O'Leary skating around, gives it back to Colson Roy. Roy sends it forward to Jeunesse. Jeunesse sending it back to O'Leary as Lexington's going empty net on this play. What's going on? They're trying to go 6-on-5 here in the second period. Racing up with it. O'Brien blocks the advance of Jeunesse there, and we've got another whistle. This game is making me dizzy. Rinaldi coming back out. Oh, that was a delayed penalty against Brookline. Oh, no. Owen Lacey joining Kate and Gungarin in the penalty box. That's why they went empty net, because it was a delayed penalty against Brookline. Brookline is running out of seats in the penalty box. They got 3 in the box right now. And so now it's a proper power play as a long shot turned aside by O'Connor. Recovered around the back by Robert Semanchik. Pinned to the boards in the corner by O'Brien. Pass goes back Laux. Laux long shot whiffed on it, and it's stolen away. Connor Erdman on the shorthand breakaway. Dragging shot saved by Rinaldi. Another shorthanded breakaway for Brookline as again the Lexington defenseman at the point just losing the puck and allowing Brookline to just attack them at the blue line and take it away for a breakaway chance. We saw Eitan Kate have a similar opportunity, that which of course led to his dangerous slide into the boards. Wait, it's 4-on-4 now. Another penalty was called on Lexington's number 23, so we're 4-on-4 right now. What a silly period this has been. As Rinaldi saves that one, but couldn't cover it up as he lost track of it. Pat Semanchik now skating with it for Lexington. Long pass up, touched over to Laux. Laux leaves it, an advance, lane, poked away at the last second by, I think, Grady Ames. Recovered now by Erdman, pass to Guo. Guo racing across the blue line with it, charging in, shot, goes high. Bouncing around the boards, it's corralled by Pat Semanchik, racing up with it. Knocked away from behind by Guo as Erdman clears it out. And that's going to be icing because it's not a power play. Okay, So, 3 players from each team are in the penalty box right now. Owen Lacey will be in there for another 48 seconds. Number 23 for Lexington will be in there for another 1 minute and 8 seconds. The other 2 from each side have just left the penalty box, so they finished serving their penalty for the fighting earlier in the second period. So it's 4-on-4 right now, just 1 player in each penalty box. Long pass from Dylan Katz being chased down by Ames to prevent the icing. Spins off 1 defender, passes back to Elmari Rauto. Long shot blocked by the skates of Jeunesse. Lexington trying to clear, but it's intercepted by Ames. Ames pinned to the corner by O'Leary. And now cleared out. No icing, must have been deflected as O'Connor sends a pass out to Rauto. Rauto gives it over to Katz. Katz long pass finds Ames. Ames pass across to Aptekman as now it's a 15-second power play abouts for Brookline. As it is in the Lexington end, Erdman chases it down, leaves it for Katz. Katz back to Erdman. Erdman weaving around, approaching Erdman right in front of the net. Whiffed on the shot. Aptekman tries a shot saved by Rinaldi, and Rinaldi covers it up as Aptekman knocked over once again close to the goalie, and so the defensemen leap into action. One minute and 31 seconds left before we go into the second intermission, and I try to recalibrate my brain after how much it's been scrambled by this crazy second period. And we're back at 5-on-5. Now nobody's in the penalty box anymore. Or, no, why did I just say that? Why did I just say that? 2 more guys are going back into the penalty box. Make it stop. Max Guo for Brookline, and once again Brady Kingsbury for Lexington. The second time this period, Kingsbury going into the box for chirping with the opponent. You know, they're playing music off the speakers here at Foxborough Sports Center, and I'm just waiting for them to play the Benny Hill theme out here. This has been a very silly second period, and I can't say that enough. Off the face-off, sent across the corner. 4 players up against the boards, and it's taken out by Lexington. Pass goes off the skate of Ames, recovered by Katz. Katz sends a long pass up, misses, intercepted by Laux, but Ames pushes it forward, gets it to Toe. Toe, pass deflected, intended for Erdman, but a good block by, I think, Ryan Lee. Around the boards, Toe tries to pass it along, gets to Erdman. Erdman sends back to the corner to Ames. Ames sends back Erdman. Pass across the front of the crease, nobody there. Toe chased it down, pass back to Rauto, who lost it over the blue line. Rauto trying to spin through. He's surrounded, but gets a pass away, intercepted by Roy, gets it up to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy dumps it into the Brookline end, chased down by Katz. Katz sends it around the boards to Erdman. Erdman tries pass blocked, but now taken away by Ames. Ames around the back the other way. Ames backhand pass just out of reach of Toe, and that's going to be icing. 26 seconds left here in the second period. We do have a note in the live chat from Judy Platt saying, amazing start, Warriors. You've got this. Keep cheering, Aunt Marlene. Referring, of course, to Marlene Lyons, who I think had the wrong stream link to start. I hope you're here tuning in, Marlene. I hope you were able to find the right stream link here. As a long shot saved by O'Connor, slightly deflected on its way to the net. Now O'Brien tried to clear, but it's blocked by Pat Samanchik. Now skating out with it, Lane lost his footing through traffic there. Kept in the Brookline end. O'Brien clears it out long. Clear, that's going to be icing again with 3.2 seconds left in the second period. Face off, and it's sent back 23, shot blocked, and that will end the second period. Our score at the end of 2, Brookline 5, Lexington 0. Brookline came out in this second period like a house on fire. 3 goals in the first minute and a half from Connor Erdman, Max Guo, and Jason Goderin, as they jumped out to a very big 5-goal lead. The rest of the period, lots of silliness, but no additional goals as we head into the second intermission with a 5-0 score. Once again, check out the links in the description section down below where you can find where to donate to the Travis Roy Foundation as part of the Junior Beanpot Tournament fundraiser to help support the Travis Roy Foundation's efforts to help support those who suffer from spinal cord injuries. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic, but I'll be back with the third and final period of this game. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Foxborough Sports Center in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the third and final period of this Travis Roy Jr. Beanpot Tournament third place game between the Brookline High Warriors and the Lexington High Minutemen. Brookline firmly in control after an explosive start to the second period. A 5-0 advantage for the Warriors. Here with 15 minutes left to play. They scored 3 goals in the first minute and 36 seconds of the second period. Connor Erdman scored his second goal after he scored once in the first. And then Max Guo and Jaskin Goddard added 1 each. Here we go. Starting the third period, a fresh 15 on the clock. Off the face-off, it's knocked back. Ilmari Rauto trying to send a pass through. Jaskin Goddard pushes it forward, pushed back by number 23 for Lexington. Corralled at the blue line by Pat Samanchik, but blocked again by Rauto. Gets a pass up to Owen Lacey, who sends it forward, but it goes off the Lexington benches, which counts as being out of play. So it'll be a dead puck and a neutral zone face-off. Off the face-off, it's sent to the near side. Jaskin Goddard whips it into the Lexington end. A long clear. No icing. I think they're saying it was deflected by Katz as 2 players go tumbling into the boards. They got tangled up there. That was Pat Samanchik and Ilmari Rauto who got tangled up on that one. As we now got a whistle. Is this going to be a penalty against somebody? What happened here? Nope. I think they called offsides on Lexington. Face off, and pushing through is Dylan Lane. Shot saved by Jack O'Connor. Thomas O'Brien corrals the rebound, sends it around the boards. Attempted shot from Splagunius is blocked. Connor Erdman on a race, charging in, pass blocked as my scoreboard cam is broken, and I just realized I'm going to try and fix that the next dead puck. My apologies. Fortunately, the score hasn't changed, but that's going to be icing. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, folks. I was fixing the scoreboard. High shot missed by Lexington as they went on a rush there. A big shot from number 21, Alex Corbett, just launched over the crossbar. Scoreboard cam is fixed now as Brookline on a rush. Greg Aptekman, breakaway chance. Shot saved by Timmy Rinaldi. An attempted pass through the slot by Aptekman misses everybody. The clear attempt intercepted by Aton Cate as he bowls over a man. Sends a shot wide, recovered by Oliver Melton. Turned aside, whoa! Cate goes diving through. Long shot from Ilmari Rauto, saved again by Rinaldi. A lot of action there in that sequence. Glad I wasn't trying to fix my scoreboard cam during that. My goodness. Aptekman sends one through the slot, misses. Recovered now by Ryan Lee. Long pass up, broken up by Morris May, who's checked in. Oops, that's going to be a too many men on the ice penalty against Brookline. Lexington smartly sending it up the line as Brookline was making a line change. You got to be careful about making a line change when the puck is on the bench side of the ice. Because if the puck comes your way, it comes across your bench as you're changing, most times you're going to end up with a too many men on the ice penalty because the guy coming in is going to come out first, and then the guy who's coming out then goes out, which by the rule would be too many men on the ice, which is going to be called if you're within the vicinity of the puck when that happens. Power play for the Minutemen, as the penalty will be served by number 4, Alejandro Marrero. Puck chased down in the corner there by O'Leary. O'Leary has it stolen by Thomas O'Brien as a whistle is blown. I think they're going to call another penalty on Brookline. I think this is going to turn into a 5-on-3. Pardon me. And indeed, a penalty called against Thomas O'Brien. I'm not sure if they called him for a high stick or a hold or something. But he's going to serve a 2-minute minor, so it's going to be 5-on-3 for Lexington for the next 1 minute and 38 seconds. Big chance for the Minutemen to get on the board. As this pass to the corner, attempted clear by Dylan Katz, blocked by number 23. Gets a pass back, they send it back to the point. Shot goes high off the stick of Laux, recovered by Jeunesse. Jeunesse pass down below to, I think that's Adam O'Shaughnessy. Tries a pass, but it was blocked up high. Chased down by Laux on the right side. Skating around, surveying his options. They got space to work, plenty of space as O'Leary gives that back to Laux. Across the blue line to Jeunesse, back to the point. Laux shot, saved by O'Connor. Chased down in the corner by O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy coming around, pass, misses Jeunesse, and O'Connor smartly dives on it to cover it up and kill that play there. Another 52 seconds left on the penalty against Marrero, with another minute and 14 still on the penalty against O'Brien. Face off goes to Pat Semanchik, back to 23, across the top to Laux. Laux, pass up. Robert Semanchik across to Pat, shot saved by O'Connor. Juicy rebound right in front of the net, and that one was knocked in. Lexington does get the power play goal. I'm not sure who got it. I think it was number 23. And I think I heard the name Caleb from the fans, which would mean I think 23 might be Caleb Fem. Not sure. Bit of a discussion between the officials, as that ends the penalty on Marrero, but not the penalty on O'Brien. So still a man-up advantage for the Minutemen as they get on the board and end Brookline's shutout. Dylan Lane passes it across the blue line. A pass back, 23, shot blocked by Dylan Katz as he sprawled out for that one. Pass goes back to Semanchik, up to 23. Pass way across, gets to Laux. Now back to Semanchik. Semanchik weaving around. Shot blocked by Katz. Rebound chased down by Robert Semanchik. Semanchik bowls over Elmari Rauto. Pass forward. They try to go back to Semanchik. Knocked loose, but they couldn't get away with it as Lane sends it to the back end. 23 trying to send it around the corner. Now battling along the back, lost the puck. Several players scrumming for it now. Knocked away back to Robert Semanchik. Weaving around, pass blocked. But Semanchik recovers, pass back to the point. Laux shot blocked. Chased down by 23 right in front of the net. It's going to be covered up by O'Connor. And indeed, number 23 is Caleb Fem. He was listed as 15 on my roster. That's why I got so confused. But now I know he's number 23, so at least I'll be able to refer to him by name for the rest of this game. 2 seconds left on the penalty against Thomas O'Brien. Quick shot, quick putback, 3 quick saves by Jack O'Connor to finish the PK for Brookline. Long pass up finds Oliver Melton, who gains the blue. Shot was blocked there, recovered by Kingsbury. Goes into the corner, gets pinned there as Aptekman comes out with the puck. Pass back misses. Off the ricochet, Melton had it for a second, but knocked away. Recovered by Ryan Wilson. Wilson wraps it around the boards. Chasing after it is Aton Kate. Kate pass, ricochets back to Katz. Katz from the point, long shot saved. Rebound chance, Aptekman's shot goes wide. Chasing it down in the corner is Melton, wraps it around the back. Couple players giving chase as Kate goes tumbling into the boards. And a penalty is going to be called here. Kate does get up after shaking himself off a bit. Aton Kate has taken some hard hits throughout this contest. And it looks like that last one earned Brookline a power play as number 27, Hunter Zhu, will go to the box for a 2-minute minor. Faceoff goes back to Ames. Ames fakes, goes back to Katz at the point. Katz off the boards to Gagarin. Gagarin juggles the pass, knocked away. And now Lexington rushing it the other way. Pat Semanchik lifts a high one down to the back boards. Corralled by Ames, gives to Aptekman. Aptekman up the boards, knocked away, but back to Gagarin. Gagarin now on a 2-on-2 rush. Gains the blue, rushing in. Try to pass, but it's blocked by Fem. Fem waving around, poke check by Aptekman, recovered by Bundari. Gets a pass up to Lane. Lane lifts it forward over the benches, and that's going to be a neutral zone face-off.
Lexington penalty, number 27, Hunter. 2 minutes of interference.
And that'll be an interference penalty against Hunter Zhu that triggered that 2-minute minor. Still a minute 26 left on that penalty as we're going to have a face-off in the Lexington end. Face off, pass back. O'Brien saved by Rinaldi. Thomas O'Brien had a clear shot there from distance, but read well by the glove of Timmy Rinaldi. Face off to the near side boards. Toe slides it back to O'Brien from the point. O'Brien another shot chopped down, but not with enough force. Guo keeps it on the attack, gets it to Toe. Toe looking from the corner. Along the boards, gets it to Erdman. Erdman now coming out of the corner, skating along the back end. Looking around, still looking. Now from the point, gives to O'Brien, and a whistle as two players appear to have gotten tangled up. Corey Toe and Ben Laux, looks like. Still 53 seconds left on the penalty against Zhu. And 8 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the third period. Looks like they just called that one a dead puck, as I think they like, I don't know, one of them got stuck in the other's helmet or something. I have no idea. Face off. Back to O'Brien, tries a shot, it's blocked. And O'Brien shoots Janess into the boards to prevent the rush. Toe's pass misses as Guo recovers it over the blue line. That'll be offsides. Unfortunate miss on the pass there, as that could have been a potential rush for Brookline, but instead it'll be a neutral zone face-off. Face off, still being battled for, pushed forward by Toe, chased down by Guo. Guo around the back, looking, leaves it for Kate, pass forward, Erdman. Erdman sends it through, Guo scores! Never underestimate the connection between Connor Erdman and Max Guo. This is either their third or fourth time connecting for a goal today as Brookline goes up 6-1. And look at this beautiful pass from from Connor Erdman across the front. You could see Guo calling for it as he was cutting towards the net, and Erdman timed that pass perfectly. You couldn't have made that pass any better. Those two have just had so many beautiful connections throughout the day today, and each has scored twice in this game. 7:58 on the clock here in this game off the power play goal by Max Guo. Now Owen Lacey racing through the neutral zone with it, lifts a bouncing pass, gets past the defense, Gagarin chasing it down, whips a pass across the front, knocked away by Colson Roy. Ricochets along the back of the net, and it's chased down by Fem. Fem racing through the neutral zone with it, gains the blue himself. Tries to pass back to Lee, misses, recovered by O'Shaughnessy, weaving through, shot goes off a skate. O'Shaughnessy coming around the back, tries to bowl over a player, cannot. Attempted clear by number 2, Zach Riviello in the game. Now weaving around O'Shaughnessy, pass, shot from Fem is wide. Now chased down, an attempted pass to the slot, too many defenders there. The clear taken by Roy, pass, knocked down right in front of the net, but it's covered up by O'Connor. So that last goal scored by Max Guo, assisted by Connor Erdman and Eitan Kate, as Brookline goes up 6-1. And the Erdman-Guo connection going crazy today. 4 combined goals between the two, and they've assisted each other on all or almost all of them. Racing up ice now is Kate. Kate passed back for Melton. Too much traffic, couldn't knock it in. Keeping it in the attack end is Aptekman, but it's taken back by Laux. Laux skating around the back. Long clear, taken in the neutral zone by O'Brien. Dumped back into the Lexington end. Laux with it again. Tries a pass, intercepted. Taken away by Aptekman. Aptekman weaving around. Aptekman, a shot saved by the glove of Rinaldi. Greg Aptekman, of course, scored the second goal of the game all the way back in the first period. As he wins that face-off, quick shot from Melton was blocked. Recovered now by Pat Semanchik. Pass across for Lee. Almost lost it, recovers it again, pushes it down to the Brookline end as it's covered up by O'Connor. And let's give some credit to Jack O'Connor and the Brookline defense, as this was a much more tightly contested game back in the first period. A lot of very close shaves right in front of the Brookline net that O'Connor and the defensemen were able to withstand, whether due to some lucky bounces or due to some scrappy play in front of the net. As that shot, I think that was number 18, Carl Good, who got that shot off, saved by O'Connor. But it might have been Ryan Lee, I'm not sure. Face-off goes back to Fem, whiffs on the shot there, but gets a pass up to Good to the middle. Shot saved by the glove of Jack O'Connor off a point-blank shot by Dylan Lane. And O'Connor has been facing the gauntlet of those point-blank shots, and he's been having a really good game in net today for the Warriors. Face-off, nobody there at the back for Brookline, as Dylan Lane had it for a second, taken away by Alejandro Marrero. Morris May trying to push it up, but it's knocked back by Pat Semanchik. O'Brien whiffs on that clear there. Lane was fighting for it, but it's knocked loose again by May. Off the boards, knocked back by Fem, corralled by O'Brien. Now sent off the glass into the neutral zone. Chasing after it is Zhu. Zhu takes it around behind the net. Pressured by the forecheck from Brookline. Taken back by Ace. Pass to the middle. Knocked away. Taken by Pat Semanchik. Semanchik racing up with it across the blue line. Lost the puck, getting tangled up with O'Brien. O'Brien sends it around the boards. Taken back briefly, and a shot saved. No, it goes in. That one might have been knocked in on the rebound as that shot came right in front of the net. I'm not sure if it was the initial long shot or if it was a deflection in, but either way, that will make the score 6-2. Based on who's leading the high five line, I would assume that the goal is credited to number 22, Pat Szymanczyk, but I'm going to wait to hear from the PA announcer before I confirm that one, because that was a chaotic. It looked at first like the long shot went in, but it might have been the chaos in front of the net that scored it. Face-off goes back to Corey Toe. Pass forward to Connor Erdman, who dumps it into the Lexington end. Guo taps it along the back for Erdman. Erdman wraps it around the boards back to Katz. Katz, long shot, redirected, saved by Rinaldi after the redirect by Guo. Tries to pass it back, but it's intercepted by Connor O'Leary. O'Leary bowls over Katz and gets the pass up to Jeunesse. Battling for the puck now, as we're going to have a penalty called on somebody. But boy, the physicality of this game. .4:57 on the clock here in the third period as Dylan Katz is going to be going to the penalty box. Might have been scrambling to try and make a defensive play after he got run over on that play and ended up committing a penalty. So now a power play for Lexington. Pass back and forth, and it's cleared out by Jace Gungadarin all the way down to Rinaldi. Rinaldi parks it for Fem, but Ames applying the forecheck here on the shorthand. Ames pins it to the boards, keeping it pinned there. And indeed, the PA announcer confirms that Pat Szymanczyk got that last goal as that shot was blocked by Thomas O'Brien. His stick snaps in half off that shot block as O'Connor scoops it up with his glove. So 2 goals so far for Lexington, 1 each from Caleb Fem and Pat Szymanczyk. They still trail Brookline by 4 with about 4.5 to go. About 1.5 left on the penalty against Dylan Katz as Thomas O'Brien gets a new stick after his snapped in half. The second Brookline stick to snap in 2. And a long shot turned aside by O'Connor as the penalty on Katz was for interference. Confirmed that by the PA announcer. Rauto taps it up to Aptekman. Aptekman racing up on the shorthand, collides, but left for Kate. Kate in front of the net. Kate shot saved by Rinaldi. Another big save by Timmy Rinaldi. Passing through the neutral zone, they do get it to O'Leary, who pushes it forward, covered up by O'Connor. Great physicality by Aptekman to absorb the check from the defenseman and push through it while still leaving the puck for Eitan Kate to approach. But a nice save by Timmy Rinaldi to keep it a 4-goal game here with 3:50 to go. Off the face-off, Lexington with it. Robert Szymanczyk wraps it around the boards to Pat Szymanczyk. Pat Szymanczyk lost his footing, lost the puck. Kate had it for a second, but reinforcements got that back to Szymanczyk, whose shot is deflected high and into the netting. Still 39 seconds left on the interference penalty against Katz, with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go here in the third period. Off the face-off. Brookline does clear it out, but it's corralled by Laux. But Laux lost control, and it's pushed into the Lexington end by Erdman. battling for it. Fem, Guo, and Erdman and Semanchik. Erdman comes away with it. Erdman gets it through himself. Shot was saved by Rinaldi. The number of shorthanded shots that Brookline has gotten off in this game is crazy. The blue line pressure being applied by the Brookline forwards has truly been outstanding. As now we're going to have a face-off in the Lexington end. Face-off goes back to Ryan Wilson, who wraps it around the boards. Around to the other end to Erdman, who wraps it around the other way. They're just killing clock on the penalty. As Bundari skating out with it. Long pass finds Lee. Lee gains the blue. Leaves it back for O'Shaughnessy. Back up to Lee. Lee's pass across. Almost knocked in by the defender. And now a shot goes wide. Brookline, some lucky near misses there as that pass misses everybody through the traffic. And coming out for it is Rinaldi, but he couldn't clear it. Stopped by Erdman. Erdman, a shot saved by Rinaldi. Put back by Toe, goes wide. Toe battling, gets a pass back, deflects back. Wilson, long insert, shot missed, wide. And another chance could not be had by Brookline as they couldn't get to the puck fast enough. Battle along the boards for it. Toe comes out with it, approaching, lost control of the puck before he could get a shot off. Hughes skating with it, knocked away by Toe. Erdman couldn't corral it. Toe comes in for it, knocked away by the defense of Bundari. Bundari wraps it around, stopped by O'Brien at the blue line. O'Brien gets bowled over, but Wilson keeps it on the attack. Into the corner they go for it. Still battling for the puck as Guo comes out with it. Pass back blocked and cleared out. Taken by O'Brien in the neutral zone. We've been back at even strength for a little while now. And down inside the last 2 minutes of this game, Toe tries a pass, intercepted by Fem. Fem with an odd man rush. Pass gets through, shot saved by O'Connor as he slides out for that one like he was trying to steal home plate. Pass goes back out to the neutral zone. Now given to Fem. Fem across the blue line. Blocked there. Taken away by Gengadarin. Gengadarin pushes it into the Lexington end. Splagunius gets tripped up, and that'll be a penalty against Lacey. And so Brookline will finish this game on the penalty kill with Lacey going to the box for a trip. 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the game clock as Lacey will serve a 2-minute minor. Unless Lexington scores on this power play, Lacey will be in the box for the rest of this game. Face-off goes back to Fem. Fem long shot chopped down but wide of the net by O'Shaughnessy. Rauto with the puck behind the net. Passes away as he got swarmed by Minutemen there. Katz skating with it, but it's taken away. Robert Semanchik sends it to the corner to O'Leary, or no, that's Jeunesse. O'Leary now sends it back to the point to Laux. Long shot blocked by Ames. Blocked again by Ames. And tapped aside by Rauto. Rauto clears it out up the line. Laux gives it to Jeunesse. Jeunesse skating through the neutral area with it. Pass across to O'Leary. Pass intercepted by Rauto. Rauto long clear. Stopped by Rinaldi. 30 seconds left here in the Junior Beanpot third place game. Brookline well on their way to a third place win here. They lead by 4. Jeunesse skating through the neutral zone. Gains the blue. Pass across Lane. Lane approaches. Pass back. Misses. Intercepted. And a hard shot by Gengadarin as he clears that out. And Gengadarin is going to go to the penalty box as well for going high on that hit. Or no, he's not. I thought that was going to be against Gengadarin. It's against O'Shaughnessy. Adam O'Shaughnessy, you must have been away from the puck. I didn't see the penalty there. But it's going to be 4-on-4 for the last 13 seconds of this game. With this win, Brookline's record will improve to 5-8, while Lexington will fall to 5-6. For Brookline, they will surpass their win total from last year, as last year they finished 4-13-3. Off the face-off. Coming out with the puck is Lane. Lane takes a shot in the head, and that's going to be another penalty. One more player to the penalty box here in the last 6.5 seconds. It wouldn't be this silly game if we didn't have one last silly penalty. As Ilmari Rauto will go to the box for, well, it's a 2-minute minor, but he's going to serve 6 seconds of it before this game ends. 4-on-3. Face-off tangled up. Pucks under their feet. Cleared out, and that will be your game. The Brookline Warriors claim 3rd place here in the 8th annual Travis Roy Junior Beanpot Tournament. The final score, the Brookline Warriors 6, the Lexington Minutemen 2. Brookline, another explosive offensive output, a stronger defensive outing than they had yesterday against Beanpot, helped guide them to victory as they were able to stave off some early pressure from Lexington. Ultimately got 2 first-period goals from Connor Erdman and Greg Aptekman. Then they exploded for 3 quick goals to open the second period, 1 each from Connor Erdman, Max Guo, and Jace Gagarin to take a commanding 5-0 lead. Here in the third period, Lexington would get 2 goals from Caleb Fem and Pat Samanchik, but Brookline would get 1 more goal from Max Guo, as the Guo to Erdman connection was the true offensive highlight for Brookline today. As we take one last look at the replay of Brookline's 6th and final goal, that power play goal by Max Guo off a nice long pass from Connor Erdman, as they assisted on either 3 or 4 of their combined goals today. A great connection between the 2 line mates. Well, that's going to do it for this broadcast. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, check out the link in the description section down below where you can donate to the Junior Beanpot fundraiser for the Travis Roy Foundation in support of those who have suffered from spinal cord injuries and are dealing with living as paraplegics. Helps in advancement in research for better treatments for those people and better quality of life improvements for people trying to live with those physical limitations. Check out those links in the description section down below. I think you can also see a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Hockey Booster Club. And you can also see some links related to me, which you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com. Where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Also, if you want to skip past that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. You can see my email right there, also in the bottom right corner. And also, don't forget to follow me on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. I'll have highlights as well as the fully recorded version of this broadcast put up online later tonight after I go back home. Looks like we're going to have a little special ceremony with all 4 teams of this tournament before the championship game, so I'll stick around for that, and then I'll end this live stream here. Nice little arrangement with the Brookline High Warriors, the Newton North High Tigers, the Lexington High Minutemen, and the Beanpot High Shamrocks. Looks like they're arranging themselves for a commemorative photo. And I like that, I mean, you know, let's be real. Once these players get on the ice and get into the action, there's no love lost between these guys. We've seen the physical chippiness, you know, with everybody. I mean, Brookline has now faced all three of these teams, with Newton North, of course, being on their regular season schedule twice as a Bay State Conference rival, and having faced Beanpot yesterday and Lexington today. So we know how hard these teams all go at it with each other. But it's like, once that final horn sounds, you know, they're able to gather together, shake hands, hug it out, and pose for commemorative photos. And I think that's really nice. All right, looks like that's going to do it. Lexington and Brookline are going to come off the ice to make room for Beanpot and Newton North, who will compete in the Junior Beanpot Finals. We're not going to have that one streamed on this channel. But thank you so much for tuning in to my live stream of the third place game from Foxborough Sports Center in Foxborough, Massachusetts. The final score, Brookline 6, Lexington 2. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching. Oh, are they still doing one more thing? This is confusing. Looks like they're still lining up for one last something. We'll stay here and see what it is for the moment. Oh, is this a third place award presentation? What's happening here? Oh, it looks like there's going to be some speeches given by some of the Brookline players, so I'm going to switch from my headset mic to my camera mic to try and capture this.
All right, so we wanted to start with welcoming everyone to the 8th annual Junior Beanpot. This is the tournament in 2017, thanks to Jacob Gerder, a former VHS hockey player, to support the Travis Roy Foundation. Travis Roy's story is one of remarkable resilience and generosity. After his life changed forever due to a spinal cord injury, Travis turned his personal tragedy into a mission to improve the lives of others living with paralysis. Since its inception, the Junior Beanpot has raised more than $100,000 for the Travis Roy Foundation, a true testament to the power of community. A true testament to the power of community and the impact we can make when we come together.
Although we lost Travis on October 29, 2020, his legacy continues to inspire us all. His passion for life and purpose-driven spirit reminds us all to give it our all, not only on the ice, but in everything we do. Through this tournament, we honor Travis's incredible legacy and hope that his determination and kindness motivate each of us to play, compete, and live with heart and intention.
Just keep Travis in mind and remember what this event stands for. We encourage everyone here to support the Travis Roy Legacy Grant Program, which helps carry on his mission and impact lives of so many. Thank you for being part of this special event. Let's make this year's Junior Beanpot a tournament to remember. Thank you.
All right. Hey, let's go. You're good.
All right, now that will do it. And now from Fox, after some nice words from Brookline's Grady Ames, Max Guo, and Thomas O'Brien, as a nice little bridge between the third place game and the championship game. Now for the last time here at Foxborough Center, I'm signing off. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.